if you are a marker artist, you will run into the desire for pens, because after you finish a sketch, you are going to want something to ink it with, because if you do it with pencils, it's bad for your Copics. Simple. So, there are millions of different brands out there for different types of stuff you can ink with. Now, I'm just going to show you some of the basics, and I will tell you which ones I prefer. These, woo, beautiful things, you can tell when I call them beautiful that I like them, are Copic multiliners. They come in various sizes. The brown ones I got in a set, and these two I ordered, or these three, there's three. These two gray ones and the black one I ordered. Now, the thing you have to know with these is that they come in various sizes, hence why there's multiple ones. Okay, so let's talk about how to read these real quick. As you could assume, kind of, they are now in order, biggest to smallest. So, here's how you read them. The smaller the number, the smaller the pen is. See? Let me take these off and show you. Now, I'm not sure you can see it there. If I tip it like that, that's better. See, this one's much thicker than this one. So, a 0.5, like this big one on the end is here. Oop, messed up my paper. Is going to give you a thick line, while a 0.05 is going to give you a very thin line. See, you can barely even see it on my camera. Very thin line. So, big line, that's the 0.5, 0.3, 0.1, and 0.05. So as you can see, now they come in, for the Copic multiliners, they come in a multitude of colors. There's these sepia colored ones, which are good for if you're doing outlines on skin, gray, and black. There's also blue, a wine colored, which is kind of like a purplish color, a maroonish color, and I think there's a green too. And I might be missing something, so don't quote me on that. So those are the Copic multiliners that I like to use, but there are many other types of pens that you can use. For example, got the Micron. This is 0.1, I believe. Is it 0.1? No, it is 0.25. My apologies. It's black. It has some nice lines. It's pretty good. It doesn't bleed too much. It doesn't really bleed at all, come to think of it. So it's a pretty good marker. These precision pens. Now, I cannot tell you where to honestly buy these, because I bought them at my local crafting shop, which then went to completely online. So I guess you could probably look over there. It's Stamplistic. So I have 0.3 and I have 03 and 1. Oop. There you go. These, I will tell you, are very good. They're the first real liners I got. They're very useful. They don't bleed. But you have to make sure that you let them dry, because if you do not let them dry, they will bleed. Okay, some other things you're probably gonna want. You've got your basic pens, which are not bleed proof, but they are useful if you are doing a black and white picture. You do not want to use them with Copics, because they will cause your drawing to smear and look gross, and you don't want to do that. Another thing you probably want, Sharpies, some kind of black marker. You know, it's not required, obviously. None of this is required. You can draw with whatever you want to draw, but Sharpies, always useful. Oh god, that smells. Always useful to have a Sharpie in case you're going to need it at some point. These are some various. These two I got from my local college bookstore. These were gifts, I believe. These two are calligraphy pens. I haven't tried them with Copics because they are thick, and I have, you know, no real need because I have all these nice liners. These I have not tried with Copics. I don't know what they would do, but I like to have them. They're fun for when I'm doing lettering on pages. These I have tried with Copics. This one's red. You can't really see it at all. And this one's brown. I also have a pink one, but I don't know whether that one is at the moment, and a green one. They do work with Copics. They're stylists. And other things that you will probably want when you're working with, oh geez, these are noisy. These are paint pens. Now I'm looking to get a white gel pen because I know those work with Copics too, and I believe they're coming in my order. But for now, these are what I use. These Pen Touch, they're Sakura opaque white pens. They're very useful. They're very nice. You shake them, basically. You shake them when you're doing a drawing, open them, and as you can see by the top, you can go over and shake it enough. So, these are very useful to have in your arsenal. When you're doing a Copic drawing, they work very well for highlights, in either, you know, hair, eyes, whatever. So they're very nice. I have these three, because one of these is out, and I just haven't thrown it away yet. Last but not least, these, which are my Faber, I'm not sure I'm saying that right, Castell markers. These I got at my Packetans. I get a lot of things from Packetans. These are liners. They're small, medium, and large, or big, in this case. Small. They are nice. They are bleed proof. If, you know, this is the only thing you can get your hands on nearby, I definitely recommend you. This one's a brush. Oop, that one's actually a brush. I have noticed with these, which I'll get into these in a second, they have a tendency to streak if you're not careful with how you use them. So yeah, we've got, let's do this where you can actually see it. Small, medium, and big or brush tip. Okay, now lastly, we're going to talk about these. Now, when you're doing, these kind of start to touch into the Copic realm that I will talk about in a different video. These are Faber-Castell. I'm not sure I'm saying that right again. Oh, you can't see it on that one because it's too light. There you go. Pitt Artist Pens. Now, they work pretty well. They have the brush tip like I showed you with the other one. Now the problem with these is that they can streak, but they are pretty useful. So we've got warm gray, and I've got these warm grays, and then I've got these three cool grays. They're nice, they work pretty well, easy to use, relatively nice. They're not that expensive. I think they only come in sets though. But when they come in sets, it's like $14 for the whole set. Not too bad price-wise, considering that Copics are, you know, $4 a marker. Anywhere between, you know, $3 and $4 a marker. So, another thing you probably want to have, whiteout. Doesn't matter what brand, just does it work? You know, is it nice? Does it work? So, whiteout's pretty useful to have in most cases. So, those are some things that I have in my arsenal, I guess I will call it. I'll start referring to it as my arsenal. My arsenal of things. Those are some basic things that you're probably going to want to have when you're working. As I said earlier, you don't necessarily have to have them. It's your drawing. You can draw with whatever you want to draw with. I hope this helps a little bit. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Tell me any questions about different types of liners. I will do my best to answer. If I don't know, I will try to find out. Have a good one, guys.